This morning I ain't putting my makeup on and getting ready, that's for sure. Yesterday was a long day. And then last night I had to set the alarm to get up every 3 hours and check on Shishi. Are y'all ready to hear the story of Shishi's delivery and when she went into labor and all that stuff? You know, it was a very crazy day, to say the least. Before I go into the details of telling you all that happened yesterday, right now is Sunday morning. She had the piglets yesterday morning. And so I am headed once again back out here to check on her. I was so stressed out yesterday, to say the least. It was a long day for me. The day started at 8 o'clock in the morning. At 8 o'clock in the morning, I got out here and I started letting animals out and feeding animals, and Shishi was in the barn, you know, like normal, so it was no big deal. And then I had people pulling in the driveway because, you know, I talked to you guys about this a lot. I had people pulling up at my farm. My farm is open to the public, so I had people pulling in the driveway starting at 9:30 for a 10 o'clock tour. So I can't even talk. I'm so tired that my brain is just foggy. So at 10 o'clock I started doing the tour, and I did not eat anything from 8 o'clock in the morning till about 4:30 yesterday afternoon. I was with Shishi the whole entire time. All right, I'm walking down here. I had to lock Shishi in the barn, and I'll tell you that story in a minute. But the first thing I need to do this morning is check on Shishi again. Farming ain't for sissies. It ain't. I'm telling you something. These farm pages, we work hard. And I know you know that, but like, I came out here and 2 of the babies have passed away. And there's one missing. I don't know if it's up under her. This is the horror story about pigs that I was told, is pigs have a tendency to lay on their babies. Now, she was not laying on these 2 that were passed away. So I am missing a baby, so I don't know if it's under her. You know, let me step out here for just a minute. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I feel like you need to see this side of farming because, you know, sometimes you don't understand all that we go through, you know, in the difficult times, and we have to be tough, you know? We have to be tough as nails to do this, because you don't just see happiness. You see sadness. You see predators kill your animals. You do everything in your power to make sure everything goes smoothly, and sometimes it's still not good enough. So it's time for me to wipe the tears away, to suck it up, because I have got a lot going on today, and I need to be my best. So I'm gonna I found it. So 3 passed away last night from her sitting on it. And in this barn is huge. So it's not because she was smothered or anything like that, or having a hard time sitting down. It's so difficult. So that is 4 pigs that I've lost. The first one was stillborn, and then these 3 from this morning. They were fine last night, so I guess it happened sometime this morning. So now I feel fearful that it's going to happen again. But from everybody that I've talked to that has pigs, this happens a lot with pigs, because what happens is they're so large, and then a pig doesn't sit down gentle, they plop. So then when they plop down, they plop on top of their babies, and then the babies get smothered. So I knew something was up. I was like, if she ain't coming out for food, something is not right. So at that point, I walked over there and looked at her rear end, and I saw liquid coming out. So I knew immediately she was in labor. So one thing that's difficult about being open to the public is animals can go into labor at any time, right? You know, they're not waiting until everyone leaves. So this is the 2nd or 3rd time that my animals have gone into labor while I've had kids and, you know, people touring the farm. So when that happens, I have 2 options. I could say, okay, my pig is in labor, I need y'all to leave. That could be one thing that I do. Or I could say, we're fixing to have a baby, your kids are fixing to learn that experience. And my farm is about education. And so I offer for the kids to stay and watch if that's something that the parents are comfortable with, because not very often if you don't own a farm, that you'll ever get to see the birth of piglets or an alpaca or goats or a cow. So I open the door for opportunity if that's something the parents want to educate their kids on. You know, people have mixed feelings when it comes to that, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's important for kids of all ages to learn, you know, how, if the parents want to teach the kids. You know, a lot of kids that come to my farm are homeschooled, and so this is a perfect opportunity for them to teach their kids about the whole reproduction and how animals get here and so forth. And I'm glad to be a part of that homeschool project so kids can learn that. So yesterday, there were several kids here, and I asked the parents, I said, do you want your kids to learn this? And they all said yes. Congratulations, Daddy. Did you know you're a daddy now? I'm proud of you. You won't have to be good to Shishi. She needs lots of loving, okay? So you're going to have to be giving her lots of love. So the kids were able to witness the piglets being born. And it was a first for me, and it was a first for them both. And I was able to sit the kids down afterwards and talk to them about their experience with letting the animals out, of watching pigs be born. All right, so I have a couple of questions to ask y'all. So first of all, have you ever seen an animal be born, period? Like a dog, a cat. Have y'all ever seen one be born?
Well, I've seen her puppies being born.
You have? Have you ever seen one born? You have? Have you?
No, not really, but whenever, wait, actually I did, because at my friend's house, she was having babies with her dog because she found a boy in our yard.
Wow, have y'all ever seen piglets born?
No.
Okay, so how many did you think she would have?
I thought of 11.
11? And who was right?
Me.
Okay, so, you know, y'all, you've homeschooled, right? Before?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was a big learning experience for y'all. So I want to know, like, what y'all, was it what you thought it was going to be, or like, what experience did you have watching this?
It was really cool to, like, watch them.
Yeah?
Like, when they started breathing, it was really funny.
Yes. Wasn't it cool how she just spit them out? I wasn't expecting her to spit them out that quick. It was like a rocket going off, wasn't it? So was y'all expecting it to be slow or fast, or what?
I was expecting half of it to come out, and then when she pushed, the other half came out.
Yeah. Did you notice that she only pushed with the first one? Wasn't that that was kind of crazy?
Like all slid out.
It just slid out. It was cool. Now I know that you guys got to witness one of them passing away, which is really, really sad. But you know, it's important for y'all to understand that this happens in a farm. Like, if you ever have a farm, sometimes it's not all happiness, you know? So again, I noticed the mucus leaking approximately around, I'd say 10:30-ish. And everyone that has pigs told me that Shishi would build a nest. So as well as you guys know, I have been walking around the property looking for a nest because I was thinking she was going to build a nest, and that didn't happen. I don't know why she didn't build a nest. I have no clue. I don't know if it was because she was a first-time mom, or if she felt really comfortable being in that barn. The goat barn that she decided to have the babies in is not, animals don't go in there a lot. The animals generally stay on this side of the pasture. So maybe she felt really comfortable over there because they don't go over there a lot. I don't know. So she began pushing, I'm gonna say around 12 o'clock. And she pushed the first baby out. The other 9, it was like a darn rocket was just being shot out. I don't know if you got to see my live, but it was not what I was expecting. So as I sat and watched it, I thought, how cool is this to sit and watch this? It was a great experience for me. Animals are going under my legs. It was a great experience for me, and I know it had to be for the kids. my day doesn't end until I feed the animals at night and put them to bed. So I had to go out there. So being with Shishi all day, I went and ran and ate a little bit of supper, rested for about 30 minutes, and then I had to get up and come feed the big animals and put the chickens up and get everyone into the barn. Oh, Leroy Brown is our protector, right? So it is a process when animals are born on my farm. I have to teach Leroy that they belong here. So the second Leroy and Dexter learned of the babies, they ran to the barn. And I was doing CPR on one of the piglets. And Dexter and Leroy were wondering what was going on. So before I went inside, I had to think really fast about what I was going to do to protect the babies from Leroy, because there was no fencing. Besides, you see this fence in the middle of my farm to separate the pastures? I have that. But see, the problem is we just have barbed wire up under the bottom. And so I went yesterday before I left and I got Shishi some food and water. Again, my water is right there, and Shishi decided to have her babies way over there where there's no water outlet. So guess what I had to do? That's right, Judy had to carry buckets of water to Shishi. And when I was carrying the food, the animals were following me, and I thought, well, it's going to be okay because I have a fence up and they can't get on that side of the fence. Oh, no. Those jokers, the donkey, all the goats, the pigs and everything were following me with the bucket of feed for Shishi. And then I realized, oh no, they can get over here where the baby piglets are. So I'm inside. And I'm not good at calling people for help. That's just one thing that, I'm on this struggle bus about. But y'all, this has been 24 hours. I'm tired. I've had no sleep. And I'm going to have to call for help. Hold your muscles up. We were able to get Shishi and the babies over here to the pig house. So I believe we took all the shavings out of the house, because I'm told that if she lays on the shavings and has a lot of bedding, that she may not feel the babies when she lays on them. So I'm told to take all the bedding out. That way, if she does lay on them and they start to squirm, she'll get up. To be continued.